The views expressed on this program are those of the commenters alone. They do not represent the views or opinions of Valley News Live, our parent company, or our advertisers.
Welcome back. With me tonight, the host of News and Views, Joel Heitkamp. Joel, you just got back from Bismarck. Senator Grinberg now proposing, hey, we're going to buy out Chancellor Scrivani, $600 grand plus of the taxpayer money. Do you think Chancellor Scrivani's gone?
Yes. Yes.
How fast?
It won't be as fast as what everybody thinks he's going to be gone. It'll take a while. I think the bigger question is the Board of Higher Education gone? That's what's really at play here. Al Carlson's going to introduce legislation, going to put an amendment in that gets rid of the Board of Higher Education.
So everyone's going to say, hey, this is probably because of the office space up at UND, but you read Senator Grinberg's press release. He says, look, this guy's leadership is with fear and retaliation. It's the worst I've seen in 20 years. In your opinion, you've been around the session now for quite some time. What's going on behind the scenes that maybe we don't know but should?
Well, never forget this. Tony Grinberg, for a long time, worked for NDSU. He worked for Joe Chapman, worked for Dean Bashani, moved on after that, just like Tim Flacco. Tim Flacco works for Dean Bashani. So it's one thing one day to be the funder, it's the other day to be the employee. In other words, they know each other's cell phones.
Are you saying that Bashani's using Grinberg as a hatchet man?
Nope, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is they have a really good pulse of what the higher echelon of higher ed think. In other words, Tony Grinberg knows what's going on inside the mind of Dean Bashani. They have that type of relationship.
And I'm asking you, what do you think that is?
Oh, I think that they don't like him. I don't think they like Heitkamp Scrivani. I don't think that they like the way the Board of Higher Education is taking a higher, tougher standard when it comes to the campus presidents. I think they feel a loss of power. I think that President Kelly is an equal contributor to all this, as is Ray Holmberg, who fits the very same role I just set up. And I'm not saying these guys are wrong. I'm not saying Dwayne Espegard and Heitkamp Scrivani's gone. What I can tell you is they don't like each other.
Well, and
they're
I'm
getting
shocked
after each
that
other.
President Kelly didn't sign off on this, and it wasn't more of an oral conversation, if you know what I mean, rather than a written. Here's the thing that has me the most upset. Are North Dakotans inept to run the system? Why not hire a North Dakotan to run the North Dakota higher ed system? I don't get it.
The best example I can give of that is the State College of Science, a group that I'm very active with and involved with. And we had Sharon Hart, and Sharon Hart couldn't and didn't do the job well. But we had to go find Sharon Hart. We had to recruit Sharon Hart. We had John Richmond sitting right on that campus who knew North Dakota and knew us well. Now John Richmond does have the keys to the campus. Look what's happening. Titan Machinery building a big complex there for fixing I mean, John Richmond is the best of the best.
Let me ask you this. The Board of Higher Ed hires a company to go out and find a chancellor. Yeah. Is there a possibility of a lawsuit of malfeasance? Because this isn't the first vote of no confidence on Scrivani, and the former president of the Board of Higher Ed says, I didn't know about that. Right. Is there any foot tread there?
Well, how is it not? How is it not malpractice to not know that his former staff had a letter saying we have a vote of no confidence? If you don't provide that to the people about to employ him, you've committed malpractice. You have committed malpractice, and North Dakotans should want their money back if, in fact, they feel they made a bad hire. But understand this, the big problem for the Tony Grinbergs of the world are going to lie when everything's done. When Heitkamp Scrivani's done, Dwayne Espegard's going to look at him, he's going to throw the keys and say, you can't work with a micromanaging legislature like this. To heck with all of you. And then he's going to start talking to people like you and me.
And I think the thing with Scrivani, it's just a symptom. I don't think it's going to solve it. Even to get rid of him, it's not going to solve the higher ed problems that we face. Joe, always great to have you here. Thanks a bunch. We'll have you back soon. Stay with us. Coming up, much more here on 630 Point of View. Please go to our website. Give us your feedback, 630pov.com.